This is the npm ERESOLVE error. If you are seeing this unable to resolve dependency tree message, it means a version conflict has stopped your React project from building. This usually happens when you try to add tools like React Testing Library, Jest, or Babel to an existing project. You run a few simple setup commands, and suddenly the entire internal logic of your project is completely corrupted. We are going to clear this error and restore your environment in the next 5 minutes. We'll also identify exactly why it happened so you can avoid it in the future. To follow along, you'll need VS Code open, an integrated terminal, and a project currently showing this error. Understanding this error allows you to fix the specific version conflict instead of running random terminal commands and hoping for a result. Let's trace the steps. You likely installed React, then Jest, and then your Babel packages. At some point, you may have seen a warning about vulnerabilities and ran npm audit fix -- force. That specific command is what triggered the failure. Tools rely on specific versions to interlock, like React, Jest, and Babel functioning as one unit. The force flag ignores safety checks, changing versions to satisfy security patches. Because these new versions are incompatible, the pieces reject each other during the installation process. The ERESOLVE error is a safety mechanism. It prevents the project from running with incompatible versions that would cause bugs during development or testing. To fix this, look at your project's root file explorer. Find the package.json file. This is your project blueprint. It lists the exact tools your project is supposed to use. This file is protected. It must remain in your project. Do not delete it. We must remove the corrupted state. First, delete the Node modules folder. Next, delete the package.lock.json file. Be careful here. We are removing the lock file, but must keep the blueprint. If you delete package.json, you lose your project configuration. Removing these corrupted files clears the conflict entirely, allowing us to perform a clean rebuild using your original project settings. Now that the conflicting files are gone, go back to your terminal. Type npm install and press enter. npm is now reading your blueprint and downloads compatible versions of every tool. The diagram shows them interlocking correctly because they are no longer being forced into incompatible states. Wait for the installation to finish and for the new dependency tree to be built. Now we verify. Run npm start to launch your application. Look at your terminal and browser. The terminal shows the project compiled successfully, and the React app is rendering in the browser. Finally, we check the testing environment by running npm test. If test successfully initializes and searches for files, the environment is fully restored. You have finally cleared the version conflict. Starting with a clean file tree forces npm to resolve dependencies according to your original configuration, which fixes the ERESOLVE error. Your project is stable and your testing tools are now functional. To prevent this from happening again, follow one rule when npm suggests vulnerability fixes. This layout highlights the danger. Do not use the force flag without checking which version numbers are being changed. Automated fixes can easily break your package compatibility. If this guide fixed your project, like the video and subscribe for more React and debugging tutorials. Managing your dependency tree manually ensures your project stays stable and your tools work exactly as the documentation intended. See you in the next one.